Because you have to imagine however long you are living that old self, that takes a long time for all that stuff to die. So when you're in this cocoon stage of healing and transforming, it takes a long time. So you have to be very gentle with yourself.
Shh. Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon.
Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gantt. Today I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing? Join me each week as we take a deep dive into one subject, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is a new chapter of Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. Today, we are talking about dun, 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 the cocoon stage. My favorite healing stage, the cocoon stage, and nobody talks about it. And this is a shout out to a couple of my clients who are in the cocoon stage and they are struggling to understand. And one of them, though, was like, I'm in the cocoon stage, Brianne. And I was like, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. So not enough people talk about the cocoon stage of healing. Okay, so this stage happens. So let's back it up. I had a cocoon stage of healing. It lasted probably a year. My cocoon stage lasted a year. So we did the evolution, right, podcast episode where we talked about, the caterpillar going in the cocoon, becoming a mushy mess, goopy, right? And then transforming into a beautiful butterfly, coming out into the world and transforming. But we're going to talk about the goopy cocoon mess, right? So before that happens, a huge rock bottom, traumatic, breakdown to breakthrough situation has to happen. So we're talking a death, letting go of an addiction, losing a job, a breakup, a relationship breakup, a divorce. Those major life things have to happen usually for that transformation, evolution to occur. It doesn't just, you're like, oh, I'm deciding to go into a cocoon stage and then I'm going to go and become a butterfly. That's not how it happens. You have to hit the depths of despair that there's no way forward in this old person that you were, and that person has to fucking die. That old self, right? The old, I call it the addict self. So my addict self had to fucking die. And I had to go through this rebirth to become my real self. That's how I described it to myself and in the book. So in that, there's this time period, and it can last up to a couple of years. Some people's is a couple of months. I mean, it rarely is shorter than a couple of months. I mean, I would say it can last I've seen someone's be 2 years that I've worked with. So a long period of time, because you have to imagine however long you are living that old self, that takes a long time for all that stuff to die. So when you're in this cocoon stage of healing and transforming, it takes a long time. So you have to be very gentle with yourself. You have to understand that this is the healing process, and people always want to fucking rush this stage. They want to like rush it. And there's something I love this stage. It's so beautiful. And I always tell everybody I work with, be okay where you are and just be in this. It's not forever. And you're going to look back at this time and be like, wow, that is the best thing I've ever done for myself. That I sat in that, felt all those feelings, sat in that isolated state, because it can be very isolating. So it's a time where you disappear. You're alone. You spend a lot of time alone. You're thinking back on your life. You're more in searching for more. You're not really interested in small talk and the old things you used to do to fill the void, like going out and having small talk and numbing out that way. Your body wants to rest more, so you sleep more. You're just at a state of just like being and healing. So it's a lot of being with self, reading books, resting. Like I slept so much in my cocoon stage. I think I would sleep 12 hours a day. Like some days I didn't even want to get out of bed, and I just allowed myself. So if you feel like you're in this stage after something traumatic happened, or you feel like I can no longer live how I used to live, and that's no longer working for me, and I don't know what's in the future, be okay with that. I promise it gets so much better on the outside. And I look at that year and I go, oh my God, that was so beautiful that I allowed myself to stay in that state. And I healed myself, and I'm so much better on the other side. And that's what I want you to say. So this can be a confusing stage. So the caterpillar went into the cocoon, and now it's all goopy mess. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing in here. Like, like, so there's a lot of times you become sick. You don't feel good in your body. Like I want to unzip my skin and crawl out of it. Like I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. Things are confusing. I questioned everything. I questioned my career, everything I've been taught, family dynamics. It was a lot of time where I did a lot of the inner child work, the shadow work, the trauma work, the body work. I did a lot of Reiki. I went to the rage room and break room. I did a lot of somatic healing work. I went to a lot of retreats. I went into this state of self-healing and reflection. And you can only do that when you're alone. And you got to hear me. I still had a partner. I was living with Mark. So it's not like I was alone. So if you're single and you're living alone, that's amazing. That's great. Stay there. Stay there by yourself. It's so much easier to do that than if you're with somebody or you have a family. It's harder to do this state when you're with the family and being a parent. So if you're single, oh my God, perfect. Do it. Go in more, isolate more at that time, really be with self, be in the cocoon, create a cocoon, get like a weighted blanket and really like cocoon yourself sometimes and feel like, and go inward. And that's okay because you're healing. You're not avoiding or isolating, you're healing. And you have to start looking at self and why you did those things before, why you numbed out before, why you were in that toxic relationship, the grieving, the loss of who you were, the grieving, the loss of everybody in your life that you can't bring into this new state, the having no purpose. That was a big one. I didn't know where my purpose was anymore on this planet. So I was like, kind of just in a state of not knowing and it being okay. Like I wasn't sure, but I knew it's like, just be here. So it's not, I said isolating, but it's more like solitude. Let me just correct myself. It's solitude. You're in solitude. It's healing the body, healing the mind, grieving process for self, reflection of life, and grieving of old life in solitude. The cocoon state can only be in solitude. Like Mark couldn't go with me. So what that looked like even in partnerships. So if you have a family and you're going through this state, when I was crying, when I was sleeping a lot, when I was going through this healing, he couldn't comfort me. We had a rule, my therapist, my Jungian therapist, she said, have your partner not fix it, try to make it better, try to give you comfort, all of that. I really want you to go within self to do that work for yourself. So if I was crying, he wasn't allowed to comfort. If there was moments I was like, can I have a hug? That I'd have to refrain from asking for a hug because I was always looking for an outside person to fix me as a love addict. I wanted that outside person to fix me. So not looking for that attention, not looking for that validation, getting off social media. That was a big one for me that I got off for a year. I think for 2 years, I got off social media. I just got rid of my account. Because even just going on that took me out of this inner solitude that I was doing. And it was too much of the outside world. And it was too much of that attention validation. So if you are on social media and you're in this stage, I would say get off social media. That was a big help for me, staying in this and seeing what do I need? Where do I want to go in my life instead of having those images come in all the time. So that was really helpful. So don't judge yourself. Number one, don't judge yourself. Trust the healing process. Do not judge yourself. You will get through it. You are not going to stay in this stage forever. It's not possible. Not possible. Be aware that everyone will not understand, and that is okay. You do not need everyone to understand what you are going through, people pleasers, codependents, or anybody. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to say, I am in the cocoon stage to anybody else. That is none of their business, because you even saying it sometimes, then they give their opinions, and that is not helpful for your healing. And it is okay if nobody understands what you're going through. It's actually part of the healing process. That I had to be okay, that nobody knew what I was going through. And that is okay. Start feeling your emotions. Emotions start in the body. Feelings are in the head. Start feeling your emotions. Start a new relationship with your body and yourself. Start that. If you are feeling some tension in your body, see where that emotion lies and try to connect to it. This is your new body. You are creating this new nervous system in this cocoon-like state. And also, big one, let your body rest. You have been in survival mode, most likely. Even in the grieving process, if you knew that grief was coming, if someone was in the process of passing away and then they finally pass it away, or a family member was in their own addiction and passes away, or going through that process, you're in a process of grieving them and grieving the loss of that person and the change of that relationship. So allow yourself and your body to rest. This is a huge one. This is one I argue with a lot of my clients, and one in particular right now. Do things you enjoy. Make a list of things that bring you joy. And if you can't think of anything, go to your childhood. Make a joyful list that you loved in childhood. Dancing, singing, going to dance class. That was one for me. I would just go. I would dance around the house. I would sing around the house. Draw, paint, write, create, take a pottery class. Do things that are artistic or bring you joy. Join a soccer league, baseball, something that gets your body active, that brings you joy. Go jump rope in the park, go for hikes, walk your dog, hug a tree. I don't fucking care. Do something that brings you joy. If you like farm animals, go visit a farm, go volunteer, go help somebody else that brings you joy, brings you fulfillment. Write a list. Try to do one of them a day, even if it's a small little thing. It is important during this cocoon stage to bring something else in. You're in solitude, yes, but you have to bring something else in. You can't just stay in this like this, because you at the same time are evolving into this new person. And one of the ways to do that is to bring joy back in. So you can't be scared to do that. You can't be scared to just open a teeny bit to add joy into your life. Whatever that looks like, going roller skating. I have no idea. what you love to do. So write a fucking list. That is the hardest thing for my clients to do. They fight me on this. Write a list of what brought you joy as a child or what brings you joy now. And that doesn't mean going to parties, nothing numbing out. You have to be completely in it, not dating, nothing numbing out. Please pick something that you are completely present with. And the last thing, allow your nervous system to adapt, to quiet, to peace. It is not used to it. It's going to be moments where you're like, this is boring. I'm in a state of boredom. This does not feel right, because your nervous system probably in that old place was used to chaos, drama, loss about to happen, grieving, heightened realities, all of that. And when you're in this cocoon stage, allow your nervous system to get to a peaceful state, peaceful state for stillness, for being present, for just being. That's why I have it tattooed on my foot. When I was in this state, I went and got a tattoo, my first white tattoo. I have 13. So it was my first one. It's on my foot and it says, just be. And that's what one of my production companies is just be. Because I needed my foot to say just be, like just be where I am in this moment. So if you need to write just be, you can use that or make up your own mantra for this state you're in. Just be in the mush and the gush. It's not forever. And you're going to love that you are there. I promise you, it's the best thing I ever did to myself. So reconnect to fun, stay in this place, have acceptance, allow yourself to just be, have conversations with yourself, see what yourself needs. You are in this state to heal, and it is not forever. And what's coming up is this new butterfly that is going to be stronger, different, more connected to you, the more authentic you, mostly raw, probably very vulnerable, and more connected to others and not attached to others, connected to self and connected to others. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if there is anything you want to talk about, any subject. Please email me at secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time.
Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.